My love affair, Yeshua, the greatest love affair of my life. Would you stay with Jesus, with Yeshua? Would you stay even when he's being killed on a cross? Would you stay when everyone else has turned their backs on him, fled in fear or self-preservation or mockery? Would you stay with Yeshua to the end? How far does your loyalty go? How far does your friendship go? Think of the person you love the most in the world, the one you would die for because you love them so much. What if all the world turned against them? What if even your own life was threatened for loving them? Would you still love them and stay with them through their suffering and death? True love knows no fear. If there is fear, then it is not true love. Love is not controlling. It is not grabbing. It does not take for itself. It is giving. It is understanding. We've heard it a million times in the passage in Corinthians, but do we understand what it really means? Love is all the things that fear is not. Yeshua once said, "If you continue in my word, you are truly my disciples. Then you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free." Yeshua tells us the truth about himself. His words, often written in red in some Bibles, are the only words we can trust. I've known Yeshua since I was 5 years old. That's when I met him, and I remember it. It was in the living room of my friend's house after school one day, where our Sunday school teacher held an after-school Bible club. In all these years, I've never left him, and he's never left me, even though I have questioned God often, along with Christianity. Somehow the relationship with Jesus stayed. It feels more intimate, more personal, more trustworthy because, after all, he was the one that came and put his life on the line. John 15:13 says, "No greater love than this, that a man lays down his life for his friends." When the light of life left me and I was thrown into the darkness of the abyss, there was one thing I clung to, as Mary Magdalene did after Jesus' resurrection. I clung to him also. He was all I had left, with the promise that he loved me and he would never leave me. I too promised him that I would never leave him, and I knew then what it was to have love without fear. It is how I can write to you now about this, even when you might think I'm a heretic, a sinner, a blasphemer. I can still write about this because my security in my love and my loyalty is in Yeshua. It is to him. I lift him up. He is the greatest love affair of my life. He is my anchor. He never left me in those days, and I sat with him in my sorrow and abandonment and darkness, and we shared in that same grief. He too knows the feeling of abandonment. He too knows the feeling of being unloved and forgotten and mocked and cast out, and he was with me then as he is with me now. I want you to remember this when you read my articles that are to come, when you might call me a blasphemer, a heretic, or a sinner. Remember that I cast off Christianity. I renounce it. But I do not cast off Yeshua, and I'm going to tell you all about it. Do you think it is easy for me to give up a lifetime of a belief system? Do you think it is easy for me to realize that the lifetime of service in Christianity on numerous mission fields, Sunday school teaching, to Southeast Asia church missions, to Youth with a Mission, to a Christian radio station, to Bill Gothard's office, could be fruitless and for nothing? Me, a cult survivor who has already known great deception and darkness. I recognize cults. I recognize darkness. Cults are all the same because they have the same father of lies behind them. Remember that fearsome verse in Matthew 7:22? Many will say to me in that day, "Lord, Lord, have we not prophesied in your name, cast out demons in your name, and done many wonders in your name?" And then I will declare to them, "I never knew you. Depart from me, you who practice lawlessness." It is possible that this could have happened to me. No, this is not easy for me. It is not easy because I will lose friends. I have lost friends already, but I no longer fear this. Yeshua's yoke is easy and light, and it is to Yeshua that I give all my loyalty in my life. I choose Yeshua. I lift him up. Remember this, you don't have to give up Yeshua. Cling to him.